of other short practices that I find to be really effective when I'm really struggling with negative thoughts. So we have a somatic resource, which is the 2 feet, 1 breath. Not a lot of thought process. Now we're going to work with a little bit of the thought process, okay? But it has a little somatic container. Stephanie Covington, who created a curriculum called Beyond Anger and Violence, she's worked with incarcerated females for years and years, and she found many of them had anxiety disorders, PTSD, and all these different difficult emotions that they had a hard time managing. So she created these practices. I love them because they just give us these little tools to work with when we're feeling anxious. So I'm going to invite you to sit comfortably again in your chair. We'll do a few breaths again. And then as you breathe in and out, if you can breathe in and out through your nose, that helps also to create a more restful nervous system response. Slowing the breath down. Just noticing where you feel the breath moving in the body. Now I'm going to invite you to close your eyes if you are comfortable doing that, or you can just lower your gaze, kind of soften your gaze. I'm going to have you imagine a container of some kind. Any kind of container. It could be a beautiful box, it could be a trash can, it could be a Tupperware container. But just make sure that this box in your mind's eye has a lid that can open and close. Now I'm going to imagine and use your imagination and start to imagine all of the worried or negative thoughts and feelings you've had today, just a regular day. Imagining each of those thoughts going into a container, right? So one after the other, thoughts, worried thoughts, thoughts about the future, ruminations about the past. Just keep putting them in the container, filling it, non-judgmentally, just allowing those thoughts and feelings into the container. When you feel ready, you can just put the container on the lid very gently, lovingly, right? And then just knowing that this container holds these and you can access them anytime, right? You can retrieve them, you can deal with them, but for now, you can focus on other things. You can focus on your breath, you can focus on moving your body. Your feelings are safe. And when you're ready, you can gently come back to the present moment. So this container idea, and I often will recommend doing this sometimes at night when we're starting to get all those worried thoughts. I've had clients that have even designed their own safe containers, right? And literally will put thoughts in there. It just breaks that pattern of repetitive worried thoughts that we can get really stuck in when we're anxious, right? That worried component that makes anxiety so difficult to manage, right? And even if it works for 3 minutes or 5 minutes, that helps our nervous system to go back into its baseline. All right, this is kind of a combination of somatic and cognitive resourcing together. Okay, so again, Stephanie Covington has this lovely practice called palms up, palms down. So one more time, we're going to sit comfortably in our chairs, taking a few breaths. And maybe even seeing if you can find a rhythm of breathing in to a count of 4. And breathing out to a count of 4. So nice and slow. Regulating our nervous system. This is called coherent breathing when we match the in-breath and the out-breath. So we're just keeping our breath nice and even and slow. And then I'm going to invite you to close your eyes if you're comfortable doing that. And then extend your palms so your palms are gently facing up. Just like we did with our safe container, I'm going to invite you now to imagine those thoughts that you were considering before, the worries, the concerns, maybe judgments about your own situation, judgments about other people, all those things. See if you can place them in the palms of your hands. Just holding them, anything that's been upsetting, distressing, anxiety provoking. Just feeling the weight of those. And then very gently turn your palms over, palms down now, and just letting all of those thoughts, feelings, worries, just release. Let go of them. And just keep your breathing nice and slow, and letting your arms rest now for a moment. And when you're ready, place the hands back up, palms facing up, and now let them just receive, taking in compassion for your struggles, taking in a sense of kindness towards yourself. Just imagining all the people struggling with these anxious or worried thoughts, and also appreciating your ability to take a little break from them. And then slowly release your hands down. So 3 quick practices: 2 feet, 1 breath, safe container, palms up, palms down, just little ways to resource and also regulate your emotions. I also like this one, using the senses. Many of you may be familiar with this. It's called 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. When we're really gripped with anxiety, I've worked with people when they're having a panic attack, for example, we can use our senses to help us come back into the present moment and resource ourselves. So for example, and you can see in this slide, you can start with vision, looking around the room, and I'll have people just say it out loud even, or if you're ever gripped with a lot of anxiety, you can say it out loud. Okay, I notice a tree that's green. I notice red flowers. I notice the screen of my computer. It's in this square shape. So we can name things, right? And then we can use our sense of touch, our hearing, smell, and taste. And when we do this, we allow our senses to bring us back, right? So it's another way to resource ourselves. So these are 4 practices actually that you can use anytime. These are quick, sometimes 30, 60, 90 seconds in total. You can see which are effective for you.